A woman angrily throws her husband out of the house saying, "You useless man! You don't work. You just sit around all day eating free food at home. Aren't you ashamed? Living off your wife's money? Get out of here. And don't you dare come back until you get a job and start earning." She pushes her husband out of the house. Just then, the maid comes and asks, "Ma'am, why did you throw your husband out like that?" The woman replies, "What else should I do? He's good for nothing. It's been 6 months. He just sits at home eating for free. I do everything alone. Pay the bills, the rent, everything. He doesn't even feel ashamed to go out and find a job. Living off his wife's income? What kind of man is that?" The maid, a bit emotional, says, "Ma'am, you might be wrong. Sir used to have a job, didn't he? And every day when you went to the office, I'd see him sitting at the laptop all day long, applying for jobs, talking to people, asking for help to get hired again. I heard it with my own ears. Sir is working hard behind your back, ma'am, and he loves you a lot." The woman says, "Love? What should I do with love? Love doesn't fill the stomach. Money does. If he doesn't earn, what will I do living with him? So I threw him out. Once he gets a job, he can come back. Now go and finish your work." The maid quietly leaves. The woman stops her and says, "Wait, your husband had an accident, right? Is he okay now?" The maid replies, "Yes, ma'am, you already know. He had an accident 8 months ago and he's still on bed rest. The doctor said it'll take another 4 or 5 months before he can even move properly. Till then, I have to handle all the expenses. So now I'm working double shifts to cover our living costs and his medical bills." The woman says, "Your husband is bedridden and you're still working 2 jobs? You don't have to do that. Leave that useless man. Get a divorce. You're still young. You can marry someone rich. Why work so hard going house to house?" The maid calmly says, "How can I leave him, ma'am? He loves me very much. When he was healthy, he treated me like a queen. Now that he's unwell, how can I abandon him? I vowed to stay with him in both happiness and sorrow. Isn't that what marriage really means? You don't stay only for the good times and leave during the bad ones. I could never do that, ma'am. Now please excuse me. I'll go." Just then, the doorbell rings. The woman says, "Go see who it is." The maid opens the door, and it's the husband standing there. The woman sees him and feels deeply ashamed. The husband says, "I didn't come here to stay. I just came to collect a few of my things." The woman holds his hand and says, "I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I made a terrible mistake. I shouldn't have spoken to you that way. I forgot that when you had a job, you used to take care of me. And now that I'm earning, I started acting proud. I disrespected you and I feel ashamed. Please forgive me. I promise I'll never make that mistake again." If you think the maid gave the right lesson, then don't forget to like and subscribe.